Hello Year 1. Today we are learning to skip count by fives and identify the pattern. So by the end of the lesson today, you should be able to skip count in fives and record what numbers will come next in the pattern. So when we count in twos, like you did with Miss Wigginton, you count every second number. Now when we count in fives, we have to count every fifth number. Okay, so for today's lesson, you're going to need to find some different objects from around your house. You could find anything that you have. So it might be marbles, it might be some toy cars. I've got some Duplo blocks. I've got some wooden blocks that I found, some smaller Lego blocks if that's all you have at your house. I found some little beads. If you have some of those, you can use at home, or any type of beads or shells even. I went and got some puzzle pieces out. You could use those if you need to. So I want you to pause the video and go and find something that you can use to put into groups of 5 for me. When we look at numbers on a number board, the counting in fives pattern, the numbers will either be odd or even numbers. So they will end in a 5 or a 0. So if you can see my number board here, I've highlighted the numbers so that we can see them and we'll be able to count them together. So let's count the numbers that are the pattern of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Well done. Okay, with your collections now that you went and found, your objects, I want you to put them into groups of 5 in front of you on the table. So I'm using my Duplo blocks and I'm going to count and make sure I've got 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to put them down in front of me so that I can see a group of 5. There's my first group of 5 here on the table. Then I'm going to do the same with my second group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pause the video Year 1 and go ahead and do that. Alright, so counting in fives is an easier and quicker way for us to count large collections of things. It's easier because we're counting 5 at a time. So we're going to now make a skip counting pattern or a growing pattern using our objects. So I want you to join I can join my blocks together, but I want you to just make either a straight line so that they're all together so you can actually see that pattern and lay it down in front of you. And then I want you to, in your next one, so in my first one I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. I'm going to put that down on my table. And then in my second group, I'm going to make sure I have my first 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But because I want it to be 5 more, I'm going to add another 5 to the top. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. then my next tower that I would make would have another 5 on the top. So I want you to go ahead, pause the video, and I want you to make your growing pattern using the 5s counting pattern. So year 1, here's the rest of my growing pattern. I've got 5, 10, 15, and 20. So my growing pattern, and yours will too, it actually increases each time. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it gets bigger by 5 each time. Okay, using your blank number board that you have, I would like you now to get your coloured pencil and colour in the 5s pattern. So remembering that our 5s pattern, the numbers will be odd or even, and they will end in a 5 or in a 0 each time. Pause the video, go ahead and do that, year 1. Well done. Okay, next you are going to have a look at the sheet that goes with this lesson, which is our counting in 5 sheet. You are going to look at the pictures and count in 5s and write down the answer that is in the box. Write the answer in the box, sorry, that's there for you. And just use your number board to help you. Use your objects in front of you to help you. If you would like to make the pattern with your blocks or with your Lego or your little beads or whatever you have, that is fine. Well done, year 1. Enjoy the activity and have fun.